There's so many yummy vegetarian options out there. You could try like lentil soup, veggie burgers, tofu stir fry. The possibilities are endless. Welcome to Planet in Your Pods, where we help you get the most out of your travels. Washington, D.C. is it's incredible, right? It's jam-packed with history, culture, and all these iconic sites. But let's be real, for a first-timer, it can feel a bit overwhelming. I mean, where do you even start? So you've only got so much time. What are the absolute must-dos? The things you just can't miss? Well, to make it super easy for you, I've distilled it all down to the absolute essentials for that first amazing trip. We're going to cover the 5 essential things to do on your first visit to DC. All right, let's jump right in. All right, that brings us to the number 1 thing to do. Explore the National Mall. And no, I'm not talking about a shopping mall. This is the huge green heart of the city. Basically, it's America's front yard, and it's home to so many of the country's most famous landmarks. So picture this. It's a massive 2-mile-long park stretching from the U.S. Capitol building all the way down to the Lincoln Memorial. And along the way, it's lined with all these powerful, really moving monuments that tell a piece of the nation's story. You could seriously spend an entire day just walking from one end to the other, taking it all in. And look, this leads me to maybe the most important tip I can give you. I'm not kidding. Wear comfortable shoes. The mall is huge, way bigger than it looks on a map, and you're going to be doing a ton of walking. Trust me on this, your feet will thank you later. Okay, that brings us to the number 2 thing to do. Visit the incredible Smithsonian museums. You'll find a bunch of them right along the National Mall, with others scattered around the city. This whole collection it's just an absolute treasure trove. And here's the best part, the thing that makes DC so amazing, the price. Most of these world-class museums, they're completely free. Yep, you heard that right. It is, without a doubt, one of the best travel deals you'll find anywhere on the planet. But with so many options, where do you even begin? Okay, for a first-timer, I'd say these 3 are fantastic starting points. You've got the National Museum of Natural History, with the giant elephant in the rotunda. Then there's the National Air and Space Museum, which is just cool for everybody. And the National Museum of African American History and Culture is an incredibly powerful and essential experience. Now, here's another key tip. Even though they're free, you often need to go online and book a timed entry pass ahead of time, so a little bit of planning will save you a big headache. All right, that brings us to the number 3 thing to do, and this one's a personal favorite of mine. You have to see the monuments at night. I'm telling you, it's a completely different world after the sun goes down. Now, don't get me wrong. Seeing them during the day is impressive. It's powerful, you feel the scale, you see the history, you've got the buzz of the city all around you. But at night, wow, it's just magical. They're all lit up against the dark sky, and it creates this quiet, majestic feeling. The crowds are gone, and you can really take a moment and feel the power of these places. It's truly unforgettable. And that brings us to the number 4 thing to do. Get off the National Mall. Look, the mall is the heart of DC, for sure, but there's a whole city out there with so much more to see and do in all its cool, unique neighborhoods. So what do I mean? Well, you could go wander the historic cobblestone streets of Georgetown, which feels like stepping back in time. Or if you want something really fun and interactive, check out the International Spy Museum. Or hey, maybe catch a Capitals hockey game and feel that high-energy buzz. It just shows you there's a whole other side to DC beyond the monuments. Which brings us to our number 5 thing to do. Get around like a local. Here's the deal. DC is bigger than it looks, and trust me, you do not want to drive and park here. The absolute best way to get around is to use their fantastic subway system, the Metro. Now, it might look a little intimidating at first, but it's super easy once you get the hang of it. You just need a smart trip card, or you can use the app on your phone. You tap it to get in the gate, and you tap it to get out. That's it. Just pay attention to the color of your line and the final stop in your direction. Oh, and the most important rule of all, I mean it. On the escalators, stand on the right, walk on the left. It's the unwritten and written law of DC. Okay, so let's do a quick recap. Your perfect DC first-timers checklist. First, you've got to explore the National Mall. Second, dive into those amazing free Smithsonian museums. Third, go see the monuments after dark. It's a whole different vibe. Fourth, venture beyond the mall and see the real city. And fifth, learn to ride the metro like a local. Do those 5 things and you'll have an incredible trip. That's all for now, folks. Please like, share, and subscribe for more like this.